Thanks so much for tuning in today. I want to talk to you about phone conversion and show rate. It is absolutely horrible over the last year. So I pulled some numbers and I just wanted to look at averages and I wanted to see how all the different offices we work with, hundreds and hundreds of groups and single locations across the country. So I just pulled all the average data and I wanted to see what 2025 numbers look like. And what I found was the average phone conversion for marketing new patients in 2025 was 68%. That means these are for qualified patients, patients that you could convert and could schedule, and 68% of the time those were scheduled. Now, industry average is right around 60%. So, but our client's 68%. And the no show rate was 38%. That was the average. So, why is that so high? I looked at it and I'm like, man, this seems so high. And what did it used to be that high? So, what I did is I went back and pulled numbers back from 2020. And what I found was shocking. So the average phone conversion in 2020 was 89% for marketing new patients. 89%, almost 90%. So we're talking about a full 20% higher. And the average no-show rate was 15%. So we're talking about the no-show rate now is doubled in 2025. So 2020, 89% phone conversion, 15% no-show rate. 2025, 68% phone conversion, 38% no-show rate. And I started looking at it and I'm like, why in the world would it get that much worse? And I'm not talking about like, oh, I cherry picked these numbers from one market versus another. This is for the United States of America. So why? Why would the averages come out like this? Why? Well, I did a little more digging. Average time to appointment is floating right around a month, about 4 weeks, just shy of 4 weeks, and 28 days. So I want you to think about that. Right now, it takes almost 4 weeks to get into a dental office. And what that does is it hurts your phone conversion and it absolutely crushes your show rate. Back in 2020, that wasn't as big of a problem. What happened in 2020? Well, we had COVID. And what happened going into 2021? We had a labor crunch. And so we lost a lot of people in dental. And what that did is it slowly started putting strain on the hygiene department, on the front desk, on the all the other departments in the dental office. And what's happened is where this has settled, now we're talking about we're 5 years past COVID now. What's happened is it's kind of settled out and you got really high labor cost and you've also now driven up your acquisition cost, the cost to acquire a patient, because your average time to appointment is so high. And so that's not good. So how do we fix that? Well, there's two ways to fix it. Number one, you can either learn how to block schedule. So learn how to get creative with your schedule by putting a set number of appointments on your schedule every single day. And then sometimes it's going to double book and sometimes it's not. And you kind of play gymnastics with that. That's one way to do it. If you want that block scheduling script, just comment down below. The other way you can do it is, and that will solve your phone conversion problem and it will solve your no show rate. The other way you could do it is you could bring people in on the doctor schedule. So usually the doctor schedule, you can get people in much faster. And then you punt to hygiene and you have to get creative. That takes a lot more scripting and working with your team on how to manage that. And a little bit harder, but it's definitely doable. I know offices that do really well with that. So the tricky part is getting your team on board with it. So, or you can hire. You can hire more hygienists and get in more new patients that way. But right now, if you can get a patient in and you can do treatment really fast with them, it is a competitive advantage. You have a competitive advantage against all the other offices in your area because what's happening is people are you're spending your marketing dollars and these patients are calling and you're going, "Oh, we'll get you in a month." And they go, "Okay, I'll schedule," but they end up somewhere else because they get in faster. And so then you're losing almost 40% of your marketing patients aren't showing up, and that's bad. Now, even with that, the average ROI on the year was pretty good, but we got to get this fixed. So let me know down in the comments below if you've already solved this. I would love to hear from you. And as always, make sure you check out our AI receptionist. It's awesome. Links right down below. And we also got Cherry down below. If you're not using Cherry, you need to check that out. So, all right, you have a good one.